Speaking of victims of circumstance, this one comes to us from a fan of the show. It's a guerrilla mail account, so this is completely anonymous.
All right.
A little preface here just for us. Greetings, Pop. Long-term lurker of your channel for a couple of years now. Hopefully this will give you interesting content. I hope you enjoy reading this, and I'm looking forward to this video and your take on this situation. Backstory. This happened in 2014. Girl had some way-hey-hey with her cousin. People were surprisingly accepting of that fact.
No.
This is what I hope will be a comedic take on her situation, and this is a copy-paste letter to her brother. Good afternoon, Jervy. I met Lena at a Cambodian Student Association meeting when I transferred to Fullerton. Following summer, they broke up. I heard about your cousin, Charlie, and I was speechless to hear that he and Lena did the way-hey-hey. Now, you may have some questions, as you should. I can understand that she didn't take her breakup at the time well. Normal people go out to the bar for a one-night stand. I guess Lena just went over to the family album. Since the parties involved in this event are family, it should be easier to do your own investigations. If Charlie happens to be a Tinder date or a one-night stand your parents happen to know, you can disregard the rest of this. I know I'm being tough on Lena. Lena was very nice to me in college, and I do not wish any harm on her. However, there were a few brave CSA members who chose to speak up about it. For some reason, they were the ones who were shamed. They were chased out of CSA. I was not one of those brave few. However, I wonder if I would have gotten the same response and treatment if I had had sex with my own cousin.
Probably not.
Probably not. It's only fair, right? This must be what she meant when she told people to be more open-minded. Oh, hey, if it doesn't work out with Bri, maybe Alyssa could be another option. I will give some benefit of the doubt. Perhaps this is part of some subculture of Cambodia. I know that this sort of thing is frowned on in most parts of the U.S., but it is normal in Alabama. Based on this, I think it's safe to draw some parallels. Despite our possible cultural differences, as long as the actions of two adults are consensual, it should be fine if she had intercourse with a branch of the family tree. I think
Negative.
California law allows it starting at the first cousin. Anybody shocked by that? Incest is only illegal in the most immediate branches. Another scenario to consider is that what happened was not consensual.
Ooh.
Well, if that was the case, I think you guys should have a meeting.
Yeah.
Anyone who knew me in the past knows that I'm a strong advocate for women coming forward, but I will also emphasize that he should be presumed innocent until proven guilty. The common trend with most of her breakup stories is that her exes were just using her for sex.
It's very common.
Well, you get what you lead with.
Ooh.
No, it sucks to hear that, doesn't it?
You get what you lead with.
All guys want is sex. Well, it could be you. I'm just saying. If guys feel comfortable coming to you with, you want to see my dick? Or leading with an inappropriate photo, you might be putting something out there. I'm just saying.
Can I get some Lubriderm lovin'?
I want some Lubriderm lovin'. I want some Lubriderm lovin' in the back seat of my Lumina. I knew some guys that shoot their shot only to get rejected because they didn't have adequate physical features. Now we've come to Ben. To be frank, he's not exactly a lady slayer. One look at his LinkedIn, you can see he's making a great living as a senior software engineer. One look at Lena's master's degree of child and adolescent studies says otherwise. The only thing worse could have been underwater basket weaving. At this point, I hope you can piece the puzzle together. I know Ben was a drummer in one of your videos, which I believe took place around the time of the breakup. The fact that after having sex with her cousin, some Tinder dates, earning a master's degree, that Lena finally looked in Ben's direction will tell you a lot about the longevity of their marriage.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Ben might be senior software engineer smart, but I'm not born yesterday smart. If anyone argued that they dated before she finished school, does it really make the situation any better?
Probably not.
No. The friends developing feelings for each other is not plausible. I've seen this scenario play out many times. The geeky computer guy was looked over by girls in college. He grinded in his early adult life, then a few years later has a great career. And in that same time, his future wife got ran through by better-looking guys and is now looking for someone to pay the bills.
Correct.
There are men you marry. There are men you have children with. Guess which man Ben is? Prove me wrong.
Yep.
I'm under the assumption Ben is not aware of Lena's relationship with his cousin-in-law. If he is, he can say he's a better man than I am. Nonetheless, I imagine future family gatherings after COVID will be a bit awkward. I'm not sure how you guys do it in your culture, but I wonder if Ben has to bow to the guy who plowed his wife before he did.
No, that's not going to work. That's not going to work.
Woo! At the very least, I hope he gets a lawyer or some official to protect himself and his assets. He's making a lot of money, so I don't think it'll cut into any budgets. If nothing happens, all the better. With what's happened with the EIU and the world in general, we all need to laugh once in a while. Often I look back on my life with much regret and think to myself, well, at least my wife didn't have sex with her cousin. Anyway, thought you should know.
Brutal.
Damn, that's mean.
Now, okay. Now, when I was in New York State, I was in the red trash triangle, and I could tell you there's a lot of questionable people. Like, you know, you look like you're just a little inbred. Because I can't tell you, you go into a store and this dude with like absolutely no chin, just looks like a big, like he's made of dough, and has that look on his face. And over his head, you can imagine the light bulb, you know, it's basically fighting to stay lit.
Watch Grunt Speak live every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to join Pop for Supporter Sundays, go to redonkulous.com/donate and make a monthly pledge. A link is in the Meat Gazer box.